Hi, good day traders. Welcome to Trade City Academy and welcome to my channel. Now guys, guess what? In today's video, I brought you good news. And the good news is I'm going to be teaching just another simple scalping strategy that you can use to scope profits on your daily trades. And just like I did in the other videos, I'm going to be telling you interesting things you need to know and how to use this simple trading strategy. But before then, you're welcome again to the channel. If it's your first time, please go ahead and click on the subscription button. If it's not your first time but you've not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Click on the subscription button. Please, we need your subscription. You can also as well share the videos to anybody you know who trades cryptocurrency. Now with this video, the person can still learn how to trade crypto and still be profitable. I have a simple goal. My goal and my target in cryptocurrency is to trade profitably because I discovered a lot of traders who trade cryptocurrencies are making profits. And they say, I am a trader, but you're not making profit. So the secret to profitable trading is what Trade City Academy stands for. But before then, guys, I want to say big congratulations to everybody who believed in my analysis and followed my call when I did. Now, going back to the video I did some time ago about the Axie Infinity coin. Now, if you take a look at this video, I actually predicted the price when it was 73. If you take a look at it, my analysis was done when this was 73. So if you take a look at this, we have 72 here. We have 72 here. We have 72 here. That was when I did the analysis. And guess what? Axie Infinity rose to as high as what? Let's quickly confirm by ourselves. Let's quickly confirm because if you look at it, let me use 1 day so that we'll have a very nice time. Look at it. It went to 156. Congratulations if you actually bought and followed the analysis. Like I said, and like I told people in my VIP group, Axie Infinity is an unusual coin. I've studied about it, and there are a lot of interesting factors about this particular cryptocurrency. I knew it when it was $15, but I regretted not buying as a then. And after I discovered my mistake, I ensure I always back Axie Infinity. So congratulations and stay tuned for more interesting price prediction. So guys, let's go back to the video. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about simple, profitable scalping strategy. So it is a scalping strategy, but guys, please, if you don't know what is scalping, scalping is a form of trading that don't allow the trader to stay long in the market. Now, a scalper doesn't believe in staying long in the market. However, a scalper is only interested in taking short-term profit and leaving the market. So as a scalper, your interest will now be, okay, I just want to stay for, let's say 5, 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm off. Once you've gotten your target, leave the market. Now you need to manage greed so that you don't lose what you've gained. Now, I'm not going to be telling you how to manage your portfolio because I've actually told people in my VIP group and all of that. But today, let's go down to the scalping strategy. So like I said, I am not a fan of indicators, but for this video and these strategies, we are going to be using two good indicators to try to combine the two together and predict the market using scalping trades. Now, how do we do that? First of all, I will change my time frame to 5 minutes because it's scalping. Now you will need to understand something that in scalping, you don't aim to stay long in the market. So however, you could develop a particular strategy based on the candles. Then what I mean by that is you say, okay, I'm going to enter this trade and after 1 to 3 candles, I will leave. You need to develop that for yourself. That's how to manage your greed. So I'm not going to be going deep into that, but I'm going to show you how this works. But before them, let me quickly remove my previous analysis about Bitcoin and the next price expectation. Then we'll go. So I'm going to switch over to 5 minutes. Now, 5 minutes is not a real trading time frame. What I mean by that is what you're seeing on 5 minutes is not the real thing that will be playing out. It's a short-term analysis. But for this scalping strategy, we are using 5 minutes. That's why I say you can 1 to 3 candles and you leave. based on what your risk to reward ratio. So the next thing I'll do is go ahead and add my indicators. And the first indicator I want to add is my MACD. So I've clicked on MACD and it has been added to my chart. Now it comes in this particular form, but I will need to edit it to suit what I want. So I'll click on here. Once I click, I go to setting. I would want to remove the MACD and the signal line. So I remove the MACD and the signal line. Then I'll go to my input. I want to change the time frame to a minute. I'll go to input. I will change the time frame to 1 minute. And once I am done, I will click on OK. Now my MACD has been reviewed, and this is a new format based on what I chose. Now the second indicator I'm going to be adding is my moving average. Now I'm not going to be talking about moving average and all of that, but it's an indicator that a lot of people use. So I'm going to add my moving average exponential twice. I've clicked on the first one and I just clicked on the second one. So I have my moving average exponential added already to my chart. Now with this, what do I have here? I have one line visibly, but it's actually two lines. So I come to this place, I click on the setting. I will want to change my length to 50 because I am interested in the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average. So I change my color to yellow for better visibility, and it has been changed to 50. Now on this second one, I come here. I want to change my length to what? 200. So I'll go for 200, and I want to change my color, that's the visibility, to probably, let me use blue. Now for these other ones, I might not go deep, but these are optional. If you want to, you can feel free to do that. Now I haven't added my MACD and my exponential moving average twice. I have now seen my chart platform on 5 minutes. So the next thing will now be, okay, how do you go ahead and take the trade? What should you use? These are the rules. Now the moving averages helps you to determine the trend. One of the secrets to profitable trading is always trading in accordance to the market trend. You don't counter trade the market. There are people who take counter trading as a strategy, especially in Forex. It does work, but there are a lot of factors you put into place. But for you to stay profitable, you don't trade against the trend. You don't trade against the trend. However, you trade in accordance to the trend. Just like in a gathering of 10,000 people, 9,999 are going forward, and just one person is going backward. For you to pass through them, you need to do a lot of work, and which sometimes it might not be possible because you need to push them just to find your way, which might not be possible. So because of that, you ensure that you trade in accordance to the market trend, which is go where others are going, follow the road others are using. So when you look at this market, the two moving averages will help me to say, okay, people are going up, therefore I should buy. Now, if it says people are coming down, therefore it means I should sell. That's trading in accordance with the trend for the moving averages. Now, the MACD will not tell me where to buy because I don't just buy. Now, they said buy what? You buy the rumor and you sell the news. That's the secret of successful trading. What you need to avoid is greed. Don't buy a pumped coin. When the market has already pumped and you missed it, you missed it. There are 1,001 opportunities that always come by. So you don't quickly jump in to buy. If not, you might buy the top and you sell the low. So you buy the high and you sell the low, which will make you to lose a lot of money. So my moving averages will help me to determine the trend, whereas my MACD will help me to do what? Will help me to know where to buy. So quickly, let's go. So having understood that, rule number one, my 50 moving average, which is this yellow line, must cross the 200 moving average, which is this blue line. Now, when I mean it must cross, you must look out for the point where it did cross. So if you look at it, it crossed the 200 here at this particular zone. So rule number one, condition number one has been filled. I repeat, rule number one, the 50 moving average must cross the 200 moving average. That's the condition that must be played out before you can go ahead and take this trade, which is looking at it, it has crossed. The yellow line has crossed the blue line. That's the 50. You have crossed the 200. So condition number one has been fulfilled. Now, what does that confirm? Because these two moving averages are below price, it means it is in an uptrend. Now, if you notice, this confirms that, okay, price is still up while this stays down to maintain a certain level of price action. So this confirms that price is still up. So what you want to do is you want to buy when price is above this line. That's when this 50 moving average is below what? It is below the candles. Now, if this moving average is above the candles, you might think of selling. So for you to work with this strategy, you must follow these conditions. Number one, the yellow line, that's the 50, must cross the 200. Now, number two, you must ensure that the two lines are below the candles. Now, the yellow line is always closer to the candle because it's smaller, that's 50, while the other line will always be far away from the candle because it's what? It is 200. So you must ensure that this rules plays out. So having understood that this cross, I will now say, okay, we are in an uptrend. Now, where and how should I buy? I told you the MACD would help us to know where to buy and when to buy. So what do? This was a pump. So you don't buy this pump. You don't buy the pump. If you look at MACD, look at it. This is a big move up. That's this pump. You don't buy the pump. You wait for the retracement because that's the buy entry zone. Now, if you come down and look at it, where did it dump on MACD? If you look at it, the volume here, it came down. If you look at it, it came down. The volume here came down. So at that particular point, which is this candle, I'm talking about this, which is this candle. So I'll be looking at buying here. Why am I buying? The yellow line has crossed this and the both lines are below the candles, which confirms that we are in an uptrend. Now there was a big move up, but I will not buy here. I will now wait for a retracement, which my MACD using this particular momentum now, this volume here, is already telling me. So the moment I spot this after a big pump here, spot this, I want to buy, which is this candle. Now technically, I will not talk about candlestick pattern, but this looks like what? A hammer, which is a good reversal pattern. Now the moment I spot this using my MACD, I will go ahead and click on buy. Now, if I have bought at this particular point, now I'm going to be making at least 0.6% of my capital. So you have 0.59 and almost 0.6. So if you notice, if you bought after this candle closed, that's this particular red bearish hammer closed, and price, you notice price came back up, came back down, then moved up to this particular zone. That's 55050. Now, if you do this for 2 to 3 times, accumulate your trade, you will be in the winning profit. Now, this is mostly for people who are taking future trading. So if you're trading futures, you don't plan to stay long in the market because it is highly volatile. Now, the moment I spot this, I want to buy. Now, let's see, can we buy here? Like I said, we try to avoid this type of trade because this particular exponential moving average is now above price. That means candles are broken it. So you try to stay off. Now, the next thing you should be thinking about here, do we buy here? What do we have here? Now, the moment the candles have crossed your moving average, you have to wait till the moving average comes up to cross it again. This is trading and you must always remain profitable. You don't jump and buy, though this one is here, but you don't jump and buy. Follow the condition. You have to wait for another crossover again. That's why you need to go and back test it. So let's go back to see what happened in the future in the previous history to see. Now, if you look at it, this is where the yellow line crossed the blue line. So there was a crossover here. Condition number one filled. Now, where do we buy? If you notice, there was a pump here. Do we buy here? Do we buy here? Do we buy here? There was no better confirmation. Do we buy here? Just allow it to go. Just allow it to go. Don't buy there yet. Now let's coming back to the MACD. If you notice, there was this momentum here. Looking at this candle here, you notice this is where we should be thinking of buying, and which is this particular retracement. So let me zoom down so I can see it well. So there was a crossover here. Let me pick out the crossover. There was a crossover here. Now, this is a pump. You don't buy the pump. You wait for retracement. Now, the retracement will not be confirmed using the MACD. And if you look at the MACD, look at it here. So this is where we are buying from. This is where we are buying from. Now, some persons might have bought from here. It's still okay, but your profit might not be much. but this is where we're actually buying from. This will be the perfect line to buy from, which is this true candle. So the moment you spot this candle, you might want to buy at this particular point. That's this zone. Once this candle close here, now if you notice, it came back here, it gave us 0.3, which is small, came back down and went back up to as far as 0.57. So I told you, you're sure making at least 0.5% of your trading. Now the secret to using this, especially on futures, is your leverage. So your leverage will help you to amplify your profit as against your gains, your losses as well. So you can always go back and back test it. Like I said before the start of the video, and I always say, my video, please, I am not a financial advisor. As we always say, this is not a financial advice. However, this video is meant for educational purpose. We are here to help people learn. We are here to teach them. So therefore, for you to use any of these strategies here, you need to go and back test it. Try it over and over again to ensure that it works. You might add one or few things to ensure that your prediction is also working as well. So let's finally confirm this before we end the video. Was there a crossover? I think so. I think there was a crossover here. Now the 50 moving average came closer to price. This is a bullish pump. Don't buy there. Wait for the MACD to give you the confirmation, which is here. And you're buying here. Now the MACD confirmation came in at this particular point. That's here where my cursor is. And this is where I should be buying. That is here. Now for those who bought here using this particular strategy, you bought immediately this candle close. Let's see, you made over 2.4%. Now if you do 2.4% times 10x, you know what that means in your future trading. So guys, thank you for staying tuned to the video. It's a very simple trading strategy on 5 minutes. You're looking at back testing it. Now guys, please, once we have 1, 2, 3, you will want to stay off. For example, if you look at here, there was a pullback down here. So if you want to confirm from the MACD here, can we buy? Yes. It almost touched the line. You can see buy. If you touch the line, you can see buy. Can we buy? Yes, it touched the line. So if you bought from here, that's if you bought from here, you want to sell here, which is about 1.8, it's still okay. But please, once we have 2 to 3 touches of that particular line, know that that's weakened the line. So you want to stay off and wait for another crossover. And so you need to stay off and wait for another perfect crossover before you go ahead to buy. And this is a crossover, and that's what we use for the other analysis. So guys, thank you for staying tuned to the video. I believe we did enjoy the video. Now I'm going to be saying something very interesting and important. Like I said, we'll try to avoid this because a crossover has already happened and our line has been broken. So stay off from now. Allow this BTC price to form something fixed. For now, we still consolidating. We don't really know. There's a lot of facts in the market. So using a strategy, you want to stay off and wait till we have a particular specified direction before we buy. So guys, stay tuned for more interesting videos. I promise you. I'm going to be doing a lot of price coin analysis. And for those in my VIP group, there's something I'll be introducing later this month after my bootcamp starting on Monday. And we're going to be taking coins that we are holding for months. So we're going to be holding particular coins for months. And one of the things we need to be doing is I'm going to be analyzing coins that have potential. And at the end of the month, we'll evaluate them. So if I give you 5 coins to hold for the month of October, at the end of the month of October, we'll come back and say, okay, how many percentile did you make from each of those coins? So thank you. Thank you for staying tuned. And please subscribe to the channel if you know. Thank you and stay profitable.